These are the best pancakes ever!
Glad you like them. I'm taking a photo.
Ice Bear is packed and ready.
Before we begin, if you believe kindness, friendship, and second chances can change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Single Dad Empire. Your support helps us bring more heartwarming stories to you every week. Griff, the cheerful brown bear, woke up with excitement shining in his eyes. He had dreamed about finding the legendary honey grove, a secret place that older forest animals often spoke about in whispers. According to the stories, the grove held the sweetest honey in the entire forest, protected not by danger but by kindness itself. Griff believed today would finally be the day they found it. Beside him was Frost, the calm white bear whose quiet wisdom had rescued the trio from countless difficult situations. Every journey felt safer whenever Frost packed his backpack with supplies, ropes, clean water, and simple tools. Unlike Griff, he rarely rushed into adventures. He believed patience solved problems that strength never could. Walking behind them came Birch, the gentle panda whose heart was as soft as the clouds floating above the trees. Birch loved taking photographs of nature and believed every beautiful moment deserved to be remembered forever. His camera had captured thousands of smiling faces, colorful flowers, sparkling rivers, and playful animals, but he secretly hoped today's adventure would give him his greatest picture yet. Together, the three friends stepped deeper into the forest than they had ever gone before. Every corner revealed breathtaking beauty. Tiny rabbits hopped through soft grass while squirrels leaped between branches carrying acorns. Crystal-clear streams reflected the bright blue sky, and colorful birds flew overhead as though welcoming the bears into a magical new world. Hours passed peacefully until something unexpected caught Birch's attention. Tiny paw prints. They were much smaller than any bear's footprints they had ever seen. The prints wandered nervously across the muddy ground before disappearing toward the darker part of the forest. Suddenly, the joyful atmosphere changed. The forest became strangely quiet. Even the birds stopped singing. Griff's smile slowly disappeared as he realized something was wrong. The three friends followed the little footprints carefully. Every step led them farther away from the familiar trails. The trees grew taller, the sunlight became weaker, and thick vines covered ancient rocks that no animal seemed to visit anymore. Then they heard it. A tiny cry. Soft. Lonely. Filled with fear. Hidden behind a fallen tree sat a frightened little bear cub named Maple. Tears rolled down the cub's face as tiny paws trembled with fear. Maple had wandered away while chasing butterflies earlier that morning and could no longer remember the way home. The three bears immediately understood something important. Finding honey could wait. Helping someone in need could not. Without hesitation, they promised themselves they would reunite Maple with the family before the day ended. The journey became much harder than anyone expected. Dark clouds slowly gathered overhead. Strong winds shook the tallest trees. Still, nobody complained. Griff carried Maple whenever the little cub became tired. Frost carefully studied broken branches and fresh footprints to determine the safest direction. Birch kept everyone's spirits alive by pointing out rainbows forming between the rain showers and reminding them that every storm eventually passed. Hours later, they reached a rushing river swollen by the heavy rain. The old wooden bridge connecting both sides had collapsed. For a moment, everyone felt hopeless. Turning back would waste precious time. Crossing the river seemed impossible. Maple looked frightened once again. But true friendship never gives up. Frost quietly gathered fallen logs and long vines from nearby trees. Using patience and teamwork, the three friends built a simple floating bridge together. Griff used his strength to move heavy logs while Birch carefully tied every knot exactly as Frost instructed. Step by step. Piece by piece. The impossible slowly became possible. One at a time, they safely crossed the roaring river. Maple smiled for the first time all day. Seeing that little smile filled the bears with even greater determination. As evening approached, they climbed a gentle hillside overlooking a wide valley covered with golden flowers. From the top, Birch noticed something moving near the distant trees. Several large bears. One of them was desperately searching every direction, calling out again and again. Although the words could barely be heard from that distance, every heartbeat carried the same message. Hope. Maple immediately recognized the familiar figure. Moments later, the family embraced beneath the setting sun. It was more beautiful than any story had ever described. Golden honey shimmered beneath the evening sunlight. Thousands of bees peacefully floated around colorful flowers without showing any fear. The sweet fragrance filled the air with warmth and happiness. The bears collected only a small amount of honey, leaving the rest untouched for nature. They understood that taking only what they needed was another way of showing respect for the forest that had given them so much. As they walked home beneath the glowing sunset, Griff realized something had changed inside him. That morning, he believed they were searching for honey. Now he understood they had actually been searching for something much greater. Compassion. Teamwork. Selflessness. And the courage to choose others before themselves. The forest no longer felt like a place filled with mysteries. It felt like home. Every bird, tree, flower, and stream seemed connected by invisible acts of kindness that kept the entire world alive. The three friends returned to their cozy cabin carrying more than a small pot of honey. They carried unforgettable memories. They carried a family's gratitude. Most importantly, they carried the lesson that the sweetest reward in life comes from helping someone without expecting anything in return. As the stars slowly appeared above the peaceful forest, the bears sat together outside their little home watching fireflies dance across the night sky. No one spoke because some moments become too meaningful for words. Their smile said everything. If this heartwarming adventure touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Single Dad Empire. Your support helps us continue creating inspiring stories filled with friendship, hope, and kindness.